All right, well, welcome everybody to our Tuesday night team call. It's Tuesday, May 8th. I'm so excited. I know that the conference momentum has been continuing, and I am in touch with many of you guys throughout the day, throughout the week, and I'm just so proud and inspired and encouraged by all of your activities that are really moving you guys forward in a permanent direction. I'm just trying to mute people as I talk. So I'm going to come around. Jacqueline, I don't think I can mute you. If you can mute yourself. If you guys aren't on mute, if you could just check that. Be awesome. And one of the reasons why I think that, okay, it's just going to keep doing that. I think one of the reasons why the momentum is going to continue to be at this high level is because we have tools that we've never had before that are going to equip us to really simply and easily share our stories throughout our busy lives, and then immediately plug people into tools that will help them paint the vision and do some of the work that maybe in the past felt intimidating or scary or, just beyond your comfort zone to even like, you're like, I'm already out of my comfort zone. I don't know if I can go this far. So the main tool that I really feel is going to help us do all that, where all you guys really need to focus on is relationship building, sharing your stories, introducing people to this tool, introducing people to me. If I'm your first national marketing director, if Melissa is, then you're introducing them to her. And so I'm going to screen share us in for the sake, I know a lot of you guys have seen this, but it's, whenever we have something new, it bears repeating, and repetition is really how we learn everything and get really good at things. So you guys are helping me get better by showing you this new tool, and that is thefreedomrevolution.com. So if you have not visited this site, I want to really encourage you guys to go spend some time there. You know what, Jackie, I can't mute you. So if you could mute yourself, that would be helpful. So it's thefreedomrevolution.com, not Freedom Revolution. Make sure you get that right. And this is a brilliant tool, and here's why. For those of you guys that are maybe a little newer, you're not super familiar with how we get people started, there is basically a general, footprint for how we get people started, and I think we spend a lot of time talking about that. But I still feel that in the past, maybe there's been some confusion, and, different teams do different things, and you guys are all over. I mean, I'm in California. A lot of you guys are in Colorado. A lot of you guys are in Arizona, even on the East Coast, and different teams do have different, just little tweaks in how they run their businesses and how they duplicate and how they teach people. So it can definitely cause a little bit of confusion in a new representative's mind. And Brian Rose, when he trained on this at the conference, it really stood out to me because I'd never heard it presented in this way before. And he said, a reason why a new representative with Juice Plus will slow down or not do anything is because they're confused. And that's really powerful, you guys, because the last thing we want to do is make our new people feel confused. Because this business is incredibly simple. It's like silly simple. However, there are new things. There's new websites. There's new, videos that we're exposing people to. And we really want to streamline this process as much as possible for new people, because this is part-time for everyone. Everyone that I talk to every day has jobs, has kids, has a family, has a lot of things. So this Freedom Revolution is putting everything together. It's honing it in for us, and it gives us one central place that we can guide people who are taking a look at our business and who are saying yes to starting a Juice Plus franchise, okay? So the first thing that they can do is come here. They can watch this video. I won't bore you guys with the videos, but this is what got me so fired up. I was screaming at the gym when I heard this being discussed when they rolled this out to NMDs before the conference, because this is where I spend a lot of time either supporting you guys or supporting myself in helping get these stories to the right people. Because what do we want to help our new people do? We want to help them relate to successful people that are already doing really well within our company. we want them to know there's teachers, there's nurses, there's young people, there's athletes, there's, you know, corporate professionals, there's a variety of people. And I like go digging like a little mind digger, like trying to find this YouTube and that story and this call, because I know of all of these scenarios and I know of all of these stories, but you guys don't necessarily know where to find them. So now we have one place to find them, and they are awesome, you guys. And I so encourage you, even if you just take, you know, 10 minutes a day and listen to a new section, it will really get you inspired. And it will also get you thinking about, oh my gosh, I want my mom to look at this section on prime time. Or, oh my gosh, I have to get my sister who's in college to listen to Entrepreneurs and Free Spirits because she's so going to relate to some of these stories. Or, you know, I'm thinking of Kristen Finley and, you know, a lot of the people that she's in touch with, they have a whole section on military families. Like, it's so awesome that we can guide people to this particular part of thefreedomrevolution.com. And they could just check it out on their own. You know, we can send them the link. We can say, go watch some of the videos. I'm going to check back with you next week to see what you think, or I'm going to check back with you in a couple of days. You know, let's schedule some time to talk on the phone. And then maybe from there, you know, they say yes. Maybe from there, they need a 3-way call. You know, we can, you know, I can coach you guys and we can go back and forth on the next step. But this is an awesome first place to start. Okay. So then they said, yes, they can even come down here and they can look through the presentation, the Freedom Revolution presentation that we have. So then they said, yes. Okay. So now they have to go into this password protected version of the freedomrevolution.com. And because I already put in the password, which is revolution, okay, it just took me there because I've already gone through this a little bit. So now we're helping our new rep get started, okay? And I'm not going to go through all of this stuff in depth because you guys can do this on your own, but I just want you to see how incredibly powerful this is and how easy this is going to be for you. Someone's not muted. I'm not sure who it could be. Anyway.
It was Donna Gilcharge.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm muted now.
No problem. No problem. So the first thing that we want to help people do is cast vision, right? Like, we want to help people see that this is more than just getting your Juice Plus at a discount. This is way more, right? It can be way more than just helping, you know, your immediate family and your parents and your neighbor and all that. It can be much, much, much bigger. Okay. So Lauren Slocum takes you through an awesome casting vision little video here. It's less than 5 minutes. And then they can download the starter guide, okay? And this takes you to a whole different website that they can print out. I'll just show you guys how easy it is. You just click on it, and my computer's slower than molasses, so if I can pull it up this easy, then so can everybody. And this, you guys, they can print out on their own, and this is their, you know, this is their workbook, okay? So now they can go in there and they can do the assignment that the video talked about in casting vision. Why do they want to do this business? You know, why is this important to them? Why are they going to make time for this? So then we get into the second video, which is also really great. Jake and Jenna Rude. And actually, there's a lot of new stuff in here that I think all of us, I mean, I'm personally taking this on to go through and start over as if I were a new rep. All of these videos combined and doing the initial homework is no more than an hour and 15 minutes, okay? So if you break that into chunks throughout your week, you know, you can easily do this. So I was presented with some new training in terms of making a list, the red light, green light thing. It was so cool. It was so super simple. And then sharing your story. Kim McCall, she does such a good job. I mean, all of these videos, you guys, are really, really great. Sharing your business story. And this goes through the POTS version, which has been on Mission Driven Model, that actually way back in, I think it was December, Donna Lambert did a great call all around your business story. And if I scroll down on the starter guide, we'll get into that, or plot. I'm sorry, I said plot. So the pain, the lesson they learned. So all of this stuff, you guys, is right at their fingertips. Now, why I think that this is so important that we guide a new person to do this on their own is because you guys are really going to be able to flesh out. I'm going to stop this. Well, no, I'm not going to stop this. You guys are really going to be able to flesh out who is really ready to do something with their Juice Plus business and who maybe is not. Maybe they need more vision. Maybe they need more time. Maybe it's just the timing isn't right. Maybe they need some more events. So we're always connecting with our new team members, and we're always, checking in with them to see where they're at. But if they do this on their own, if you send this to somebody and they call you in the same week and they say, okay, I did it, you got a runner. So, obviously they're going to be calling you a lot, and I'm sure they're going to be in touch with you, but you know that you have somebody that's a super self-starter. And that's honestly, you guys, who we really want in this business. We ultimately want to set up independence for our teams. So that's what's really cool. So then you can come over to here and ta-da, the compensation plan, the marketing plan. How do I reach my healthy living plan bonus? How do I get to my 2,000 plus? How do I fast track to sales coordinator? What is the compensation plan? So all of this is here, okay? This is brilliant because before we were guiding them to a mission-driven model, which we can still use. But I want to share with you and pass along what I learned this week from another NMD. I thought this was brilliant in terms of, because some of you guys might have questions, and we can take questions in a second. But how do I use the mission-driven model now? Do I still use that? Do I just use this? What do I do? What I've learned from other leaders that have been talking about this on Voxer this week, and I agree with them completely, is this is for the brand new person. We don't need to expose new people to mission-driven model out of the gate because honestly, you guys, this has everything. Okay, frequently asked questions, okay, product questions, all the things that they always come to you with. I mean, they are the same textbook questions that we get over and over and over and over. Every single answer is right here at their fingertips. We can easily guide them to all this stuff. They don't need to go to mission-driven model at the beginning. I think, again, going back to the topic of confusion, if we can teach them your virtual office, that's where you place orders, the freedomrevolution.com, that's where you get trained. They are going to be good to go, truly, all the way until they get to sales coordinator. I mean, some people maybe a little before they get to sales coordinator, but I really think you can take someone through fast tracking to sales coordinator just with those two websites, virtual office, the freedomrevolution.com. Okay. So this is brilliant. And again, I'm not going to take you guys, oh, look, here's documents. Let's just go there. Last little place. And then I will show you guys, and then I'll open it up for some questions. Here's all the documents that you guys can print off. But the starter guide, and that's where, you can guide your person to print off the starter guide that I showed you. And of course, we have Canadian resources as well for the Canadian markets because we're all one, North American system. The shred guide, the customer profile. So all these little anecdotal things you guys can find right here. So I'm going to stop the screen share for a minute. And do you guys have any questions around this? Anything that came up that you're curious about? I definitely want to answer any questions.
Hey, Lisa, I know I've got some team members on here that have really played with the site. So if you guys have anything that you've discovered on the site that maybe Lisa didn't cover that you think was really cool, love for you guys to share.
You know what I find, Lisa, is that I've been actually going through the site and through the exercises myself. And I would highly recommend doing that for yourself, even if you've been a juice plusher in this business for a long time. Because if we're gonna have, I'm no motivator, to tap into those areas, things that I hadn't thought of doing. So I've been actually working my way through it, and I just wanted to offer that up as well.
Good, Sarah. And you guys can do this together. Like Sarah, you guys can do this with your team. Like you guys could say, okay, this week let's do this, and love to share, my business story back and forth with you. So that's awesome that you're doing it. I think, it's true. When you go through something and you do something, you're going to be able to turn around and guide and teach so much more authentically. And so I'm proud of you for doing that. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Hey, Lise, can you hear me?
Anybody else? Yes.
Hi. How are you? I snuck in because I'm running solo tonight and making dinner. But I just wanted to add into what Sarah said. Yeah, absolutely. And I one thing that we always say in our team, it's kind of a tagline, is just fall in love with the process. And when you get a chance to do that, really truly falling in love with the process of how we build a business, you realize you're always in a continual motion of doing that. And so it really doesn't matter what level you're at. These tools are incredible, and to be able to go through and just like get more excited each time, like I'm already like red light, green light, yellow light, like who's where, and funneling people into that whole system. And it's just been such a fun week to kind of come off a conference and be all excited and jump start right back into it. And I think that when you are in that constant state of just, you're on the circle, like the spiral, kind of thing, you generate spin-off results over and over and over again. It's just so exciting. So I think that these are some of the most user-friendly tools that we've ever had, and certainly simplifying everything, which is really rad.
Totally. No, I couldn't agree more, Melissa. Yep, you're totally right. So yeah, it's simple and it's easy to go through this, and it's really fun to go through it too. So I'm just so thrilled. So with that, I want to share with you guys an additional resource that we are going to be providing. And I have not shared this on Boxer yet, although if you're on Chris and Nikki's Facebook page for their team, the Heat, they already saw this, but many plug into Nikki's Business Builder Skill Call that are every Monday at 9:45 Pacific and then 6:45 Pacific. And she takes people through the 7 skills that Eric Worre teaches in his book, Go Pro, that truly, like most successful network marketing business owners, no matter what network marketing company they're in, use, because they're skills that are foundational, they're skills that work, and they really let us all relax into not being salespeople, but to be people of service and to help people fill a need. So Nikki has been running this classroom. I call it the classroom. And I know some of you guys, you look forward to these calls. They have really helped build your confidence. I know, Joni, you've been such a great student of going to these calls, and it's really how you built your qualified business, by just showing up and getting really good at this. So Nikki made an announcement that she's going to be kicking those calls away. And I said yes to partnering with her. And if you were in my hotel room doing our goal setting meeting right after conference, I talked a little bit about this. We are going to be doing a series of skill building calls that addresses the 3 main milestones as you get started in a business. So fast tracking to VF 2000 plus, qualifying your business, and then fast tracking to sales coordinator. So those 3, 2 are positions. One is an achievement in terms of qualifying your business. All require a new set of skills. So Nikki Cotton, Lenora Bayless, who is almost a 75 club. She's a brilliant leader. I have a lot of respect for Lenora. She's always like under the radar. She's very, very humble and does not need to be in the spotlight at all, but she's been with this company for over 20 years, and she's got an incredible team. And then Michael and Mariah, who you guys have probably heard a little bit about. They're the couple. They have 3 kids under 5, and they went to Q in about 1.5 years. And they are really doing this business well. The 3 of us have tag teamed these calls. So Michael and Mariah are going to be doing fast track to VF. Lenora and her team are going to be doing building a qualified business, and Nikki and I are going to be tag teaming on Fast Track to Sales Coordinator. And we are going to be providing skills and also, you know, different things. Like Nikki and I were talking a little bit yesterday about it. Even though she's on vacation in Mexico, she's been very engaged in this process. You know, when you get to your qualified business, and this is funny because a couple of you guys have reached out to me about this recently, you know, how do I read my report? How do I read my PVC report? What do I look for? What do I do? Those kinds of things you don't need to worry about when you're fast tracking to your 2000 plus. You even don't really need to worry about it when you're qualifying your business. But when you're on your way to fast tracking to sales coordinator, it becomes relevant, and it's time to get exposed and to get some teaching around that. So the 3 skills, fast track to 2000 plus, qualify your business, and fast track to sales coordinator, are going to be 3 separate Zooms. They are all going to be on Monday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific. So we wanted to make this as seamless for everyone as possible, because we didn't want there to be 3 different times and 3 different places. I know that if you guys have one time every single week that you know that there's going to be a call, it will work, versus let's do it every other random Thursday. Let's try this. Like Tuesday night, 6 o'clock has been our team call for myself and for Nikki for like over 6 years. So it's like a habit. So there is a flyer. There is a Voxer message. And as soon as this call is done, I'm going to post them all. They're going to start on Monday, May 21st, because we didn't want to rush it. You guys have your hands full with the Freedom Revolution, and honestly, you can really, you know, all of us can be fast tracking people to the 2000 plus with no problem whatsoever with just the freedomrevolution.com. So the reason why we wanted to start these calls, I should have given this as a little bit of a background, but I'm giving it now. There are several teams that are building club levels very quickly. And that is everyone's goal, is to help, you know, what do? We get people in Juice Plus, we help them, you know, we help build a customer base, and we teach other people to do the same, right? So this is a business of duplication. So we want to build a customer qualified business, and we want to help other team members do the same, as many as you would like. So we want to help you guys build your club levels, because that's how you build a stable and lasting business that will pay you residually for the rest of your life. So many people, many leaders in the company have been building club levels at a very, very fast rate, and they have been using this system of calls. And I, you know, success leaves clues, and I am a constant and forever student of success. And I learned about this with Nikki at the conference, and I really think that this is a great thing, because the thing about the Business Builder call that was so powerful for you guys is that it gave you a platform to practice, to share in a really safe environment. And that's what these calls are going to allow you to do. So, you know, it's one thing to, you know, have our new person share their business story and, you know, get their names all done and all that stuff. But we really want to also provide a platform so that they can share, they can come and continue to learn, grow in their confidence, grow in their skills, and then get out there and go share and go make an impact and go help people. So I'm really excited about these calls. I'm dedicating my Monday nights. It's going to be a half an hour every Monday at 6 o'clock. Nothing will ever be recorded, but the calls are every week. So if you miss one, you come to the next week, you know. And so the idea is you have a new person. They get on the Fast Track to VF call with Michael and Mariah. They'll help them and support them in the skills. They fast track to the 2000 plus, then they jump onto the next call that has a different Zoom number with Lenora and her team that she pulls in, and so on and so forth. So the only thing that will be different are the Zoom numbers, but we have the flyer all done. It's called Monday Mastery, and I really truly believe it's going to just be another support tool to help our teams grow in their skills and get better. So I hope you guys are excited about that, and I hope that you will build for them and take advantage of them, because they're really here to serve you and your team. So
Lisa, I think that's awesome. I think it frees us all up to just bring more to the funnel and learn from the best.
Right.
So.
And here's the thing, you guys, so whenever I have somebody that's on a call, I want to be on that call, right? Of course, I'm not going to send somebody to a call and then not be on the call. So the idea is, at least at the beginning, so the idea is when Joni first started getting on the business builder calls, I got in every call with her. So, and supported her in that way, even though I didn't have to do anything, but I would always say something and add some value. So then over time, she's developing relationships with all the other people on the call, which she now has. I don't have to be on every call. So as your person grows in their marketing plan journey, you don't have to be on every call. You know, by the time they're fast tracking the sales coordinator, if you need to be on with your new person doing the 2,000 plus, which, you know, that's the idea, is to bring in new people all the time, then you don't have to worry about it because you've built trust and they have relationships with all of us. So they can funnel into the next call and you don't necessarily always have to be on that call. So I'm excited about it and I think it's going to work really, really well and just really continue to help people build their skills faster.
It's
so
just
Lisa, oh, I'm sorry. Lisa? So
Yeah,
if we have
ahead.
a brand new person, if I'm hearing you right, we get them the 4 things that would be key to do would be to get them to know their virtual office, get them on thefreedomrevolution.com, get them to the appropriate level of the business builder calls on Monday, and then the team meetings on Tuesday. Would those be the 4 key things that you would stress with the new person?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. I mean, I get that at the beginning, you guys, you're probably only going to get them to do a little bit of that stuff, depending on their vision and their desire. At the beginning, we know that desire builds over time. So if you have to prioritize if they have to only be on, you know, if they can only handle 1 call, then get them on the skill building call, because I frankly think it's more important for them to build their skills. They can always listen to the replay of the trainings. We've got some really good trainings coming up on Tuesday night, you guys. I've got Michelle Ball lined up. We've got Jamie Westerfield lined up. There's some really, some new NMDs. So that's really where people can catch the vision. They can really, you know, expand, you know, their belief and also get great training at the same time. But the skill builder call is really a classroom type setting where they can come and really just get good at practicing and learning how to do the basics and the foundation, the fundamental things. So yeah, that was good, Kristen. I'm glad you asked that.
So it's just going to be 1 call now. Not there won't be a call in the morning and a call in the evening. It'll just be 1 call.
Just 1 call. Yeah, just okay. 1 call.
And did you say that's going to be 6 Pacific?
Yeah, okay. Correct. So same time as what this call is. I'll post the flyer when we're done with this call. Yeah. All right, everybody. Any other questions? You're so quiet.
Thank you.
And you're so invisible. Thank you guys for getting on this call. I know it's hard. It's always the dinner hour, but it's always good to connect. And I'm just so excited. And, you know, I really do feel, I said it last week, this conference was transformational. We all have the ability and the opportunity to really even live into a bigger vision and a bigger dream for ourselves and our families. And I just feel that with these tools that we have at our fingertips, it's just never truly been better. So I'm so excited for our futures and for your futures. And I'm so grateful to be on this journey with all of you guys. It's the best part.
Thanks, Lisa.
Thanks, Lisa.
Thank
you.
All right, you guys. Have a great rest of your night.
Night, everybody.
Night, everybody.
Bye.